it's Brittney from the Pretty Plus. Today I am showing you how I plan for the year when I'm budgeting. Multiple people asked how I make a plan for the whole year, and so I'll share my spreadsheet that I use. This spreadsheet is adapted from I don't know who. I wish that I could remember. It is a YouTuber, and they had it available for free, so I'm not like stealing anyone's thing. But I've adapted it over the years, and I don't remember who it is. If you can remember, or you know who this is, if you're a budget video watcher, it is a couple, and the woman, they're both lawyers. The woman is black, the man is white. They have 2 kids. One's like college age. I don't remember. It was like a family channel. I don't remember. But this was their spreadsheet. I've since like adapted it for my own family and life. And so I will go ahead and share it with you. But what I do is I basically duplicate all of the expenses that we have. And then I go in and I like plug in where things might be a little different. So maybe months where we're expecting like an extra check, or based on the number of weeks in a month, our nanny expenses are higher or lower, things like that. So I just wanted to orient you to that. I don't have this spreadsheet available. If you are interested in it, I will probably make it available, but I'm not going to do that unless people want it. But this is a good way for me to look ahead and see like how much money we're spending on what and where all of our money is going. And like I use my monthly spreadsheet obviously to track things, but this is like final numbers. I always like go in and, you know, when January is over, I'll go in and I'll put in all the numbers from my monthly sheet and be able to track it. And then at the end of the year, I can say where every dollar that we made went. And I find that to be really cool and helpful, and also helps to plan on months that we know like we have a lot more money left over this month. Like maybe we can use like buy whatever we need to buy in a couple months instead of now, and whatever that might be. So without further ado, I will share my screen with you and show you the spreadsheet. Okay, so this is what my spreadsheet looks like. I've recently made the colors brighter and the font larger, and it's working out very well. It's more streamlined than it used to be. For reference, we paid off a lot of debt, and this is when I first started tracking our budget, is when we were trying to pay off a lot of debt. So we started with the snowball method, we moved to the avalanche method. We started doing like Dave Ramsey style, and I don't like Dave Ramsey. So, and it just didn't make sense. So I did the avalanche method, which I would recommend to anyone. Actually, I do like how we did it, not to get into that, but I like that we started with like our smaller debts that kind of did snowball it for us, but then like we got that snowball going and then we avalanched it. So then we paid off our highest interest debts. And now the only debts we really have left are our house, my car, his is paid off, and I think my interest on that is less than 3%. And then we have some hospital bills that are 0%, and I'm not worried about paying those off or anything right now. They will be paid off, I think, by the end of the year. They're minimal. It's not a huge deal, but it is, but it's not. So I am happy to share what we're making per month. This is after any insurance, 401k, HSA, all that stuff comes out of it, and I never really share how much any of that stuff is. It's just, it feels like a way to keep a little bit more personal, and I never share how much I make versus how much Brett makes. It's just personal, and I'm already sharing enough with you. Don't think you need to know the super small details. Just how much we made is enough, and more than enough. So what I did there is like, I will go through and adjust if I have a bonus or an extra check or a raise or whatever, I'll adjust it, but I make the same pretty much every single month. And then Brett, because I get paid like the 15th and the 30th, right? The 15th and the last day of the month. Brett is bi-weekly, so he has some months where he gets 3 checks. And then any extra would be like random, kickback checks, tax refund, I don't like anything random we get in. A bonus that was like totally unexpected, whatever that might be. We'll go into extra, but I can't really anticipate much of that, except for I can anticipate a tax check. And I think it should be around $5,000. I have no idea. I should, and we should work on getting that to like the 0 thing, but right now we kind of like having some of it to where we get it and we can use some of it randomly. I know. Anyway, so then I list out my expenses. We have my mortgage. It's $680. We're paying $700 right now, just a little tiny bit over to help with whatever. I don't know. Hopefully it'll help with something overall. Car payment $360, phones $152. That is all anticipated to be the same across the year. Also the internet, $70 across the year. If they change it, I'll call and complain, but $70 should be about what it is. I made $350 our utility price for the whole year. That includes water, sewage, trash, gas, electric. All of that is included in utilities. It ends up being 2 bills, and I just add them up in here. And I think the most is usually around $350. So there are probably months where it'll be like $200. But $350 is the max, so I put the max in all of them. Hulu is $15. Any of our other subscriptions, we borrow from friends or family. So Amazon is for my mom, Netflix is for my brother, and Spotify is from one of my friends. Thanks, Kate. And then so if we have to add in any other subscriptions, we will, or if like Kate decides to drop us, that's fine. We'll add it in. But this is the only one we're paying for right now. We have a nanny in our home, and she makes this much a month. So if it's a 5-week month, she gets 5 weeks of payment. We pay her every week. That is how much we pay her, and that's how much she takes home. So, I'm trying a low buy for groceries this year, the whole year. And for us, that it looks like $600 a month. And I say that we're like, it's crazy to me because years ago when Brett and I first started budgeting, or when I first started talking about budgets on my channel, we would try to be like $150, $200. And so now it's so crazy because we have 3 kids and inflation. $600 is like bare bones for us. I don't think we'll be able to do it much less than 600. Some months, maybe this month we might be able to, because I'm like really motivated, first of all, and second of all, I have a big stock of stuff. But 600 will be difficult to do for the whole year. So that is definitely a challenge that I'm giving myself this year. You can read more about it or listen. I have a couple of videos that I've talked about it now. I'm trying to do a grocery haul every time I get groceries, and just keep talking about it. And I hope that it inspires some other people to do the same with their groceries in their home. That is groceries and home. So any like medicines, shampoo, whatever, that's all the same budget. So yeah, difficult, but that's what I have planned. Home services for us, that's Terminix. So we had termites, they're gone, and now we're just paying for like a maintenance plan. And then that's $25 a month. And then we have a lawn guy. We have a really big lawn. My husband doesn't have time to do it. I am just not doing it. I don't have the time. We pay someone to come maintain it, and it takes him like 30 minutes. It takes my husband like 4 hours because he has a push mower. It is a big yard. So that is something we're not willing to give up. It's a luxury we are going to keep affording. So our restaurant budget, typically $100. If there's a birthday or a special day, we bumped it up. So January is my birthday, bumped it up to $200. February, Valentine's Day, $200. May is mine and Brett's anniversary. Bumped it up to 200, but we'll also probably do something extra special, so it may end up being more than that. That's like baseline what we're looking at. Anyway, 250 for September. That's Clara's birthday and Brett's birthday, but I anticipate Clara just wanting like McDonald's or something. So, or maybe Chili's. She calls Chili's red hot chili peppers. And so she asks for that restaurant a lot, unfortunately. Nothing super against Chili's, but like it's not very good. So, and then I have $500 bookmarked for gas. In 2021, there were months that even though I wasn't leaving the house hardly at all, Brett does travel like 30 minutes to work, 25 minutes to work and back, and we were spending like $700. Gas was so expensive. But I think like most recently it's been like $400 a month, but I put $500 just to be safe. This is a section for periodic things, our insurance, car tags, medical, special days. I don't know. Special days are in there. I guess I should have taken that. Maybe I'll readjust this a little bit and put like the money for special days down in the periodic instead of just adding it to the restaurant budget, or maybe not. I don't know. And then other, I have things marked like Children's Museum membership. We need to get that renewed in May. And then cow. $800 for a quarter of a cow, I believe is what we'll do. And I don't know if that'll be December necessarily. I might do it earlier in the year. I also don't know when the best time is to buy a cow. But we bought an eighth of a cow this past December. We're seeing how long that lasts us and how much we actually need, because you can get better prices the more you buy. So we're kind of experimenting now. And then other category is allowances. Brett and I each get $150 per month. There was a time where Brett and I got $0 to $10 a month. So this $150 seems like, wow, we've really made it. But that's anything that Brett and I want to spend our money on. Going to dinner with friends, or buying a shirt, or whatever it may be, like something that's not like a necessity. That's what we do. If there's something, we can talk to each other about it. Like, we can spend more than what we are given in our allowance, but we usually don't. Savings for the kids, they each have a savings account, and we're putting $20 a month into them for each, 20 per person. I heard something weird. And then our medical, we have money in an HSA, and that's what we use to pay for our medical. We pay $100 a month. So it's not technically coming out of our budget. It's already come out of our income. So I don't put it in this line, or it would be like a missing $100. And then this is something I'm trying, and that is putting money directly into savings and putting money directly into my IRA. I'm going to be putting probably $200 a month into an IRA, which is new for me because I have a 401k. I've always had a 401k, and I don't have a company that offers a 401k anymore, so I still have money in a 401k. But anyway, regardless, I'm thinking $200 a month, and at the end of the year we can assess like our savings and max it out. I think in 2023 that we're in now, you can do $6,500 a year. So I'll probably try to max that out, but only do a smaller amount throughout the year. I think I need to talk to Brett about that. He might try to have me flip and put $500 a month in the IRA and then $200 directly into savings. So the direct savings one is basically the pay yourself first model, like giving us money every month that goes directly into savings, and that's how much like we know we're putting into savings. Because besides that, like whatever's left in this remainder section, that goes into savings. So we have the money there. We won't have all this money in savings. We're going to have things that pop up, or things we want to spend our money on. But we're trying to do a low spend year, so it shouldn't be too much stuff, but we are still doing some house repairs or some updates here. Something's going to pop up somewhere. Something's going to drain a couple thousand. Like it always happens every year, right? but we have savings that can cover that. And then some of this should be in savings as well. So the debt balances are just like listed down here. They're just like for my reference, and it's like how much we owe. I don't owe $1,700 on my car. I think it's like 16, but then it takes the amount that I'm paying off, but that doesn't account for interest. So it's just kind of a guide for me to know, like a visual for me to see. And then for medical, there is no interest. So at the end of the year, we'll owe 500, around 500 on each. Mine and the kids are all lumped together, and Brett's is his own. So we may just take whatever we have in HSA and pay that off at the end of the year, or we might not. It depends on what happens throughout the year. If there's a random hospital bill or something pops up. So, that is what we do for our yearly planning. I have these sheets going back for like 3 or 4 years. And, I always start the next year's sheet to like kind of like mock it out for myself. So yeah, if you guys like this type of video, if you're interested in hearing more about my budget and what we're doing for 2023 with our low buy year, please stick around, subscribe, like this video so I know that you enjoy the content. Comment and let me know, do you plan out your year? Is that something you do, or is it something that seems like too overwhelming for you? I think that it did in the past for me, and now it's just more exciting to look at. It used to give me hope. It used to give me hope that it would get better once like bills were paid off and things like that. But now it's more exciting. Let me know if you guys want me to show you like the first one I did versus what we're doing now. That would be kind of fun to share. Pretty interesting, I think, as a budget person. Anyway, you can find me on the internet at The Pretty Plus on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. As always, on my blog, theprettyplus.com, and I will talk with you soon. Bye, guys.